back straight, eyes closed, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feeling that power you have, your determination to control your breathing. The same way you can take control of your mind anywhere you are, whatever you're doing. Let's use that same power, that same determination to see in our mind the image, the visions that we want to create today in our lives. Let's see ourselves doing the best we can on all of the stretches and exercises we do together here and now. Let's use that power we have, our true being, our presence, our determination to see in our mind right now, go into the future. Think about what you want to make real. Bring it to the present. That music goes off. All right, good morning, determination. How's everyone doing today? Another beautiful day here, outdoors. If you're indoors, wherever you are, let's go, everybody. Here we go. Another wonderful moment together. Another great day in the gym of life. Gym of life never ends. So here we go. We're going to start when I say go. We're going to start jogging on the spot, doing the best jog we can, best jog we've ever done. Or we can simply walk on the spot. So depending on how much space you have, we should be able to do this within the space that we have. So here we go. Ready, everybody? When I say go, your best jog ever. Ready? And go. Still focused on our breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Feeling the joy of you commanding your body. Remember, you're the boss of your mind. Your mind is the boss of your body. Almost there. Let's go, everybody. Keep going. Power of our heart starting to beat a little bit faster, our breathing becoming a little bit more difficult, but feel our power still controlling our breathing. And stop. All right, back to our best walk, either side to side or simply walking on the spot. But focused on our breathing, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Oh wow, what a day. What another pristine, perfect day. Enjoy every moment, wherever you are, enjoy this. Enjoy your power, your gift to always work on your mind and your body. Always in the gym of life. Okay, everybody, let's start with our 10 shoulder rolls forward. Here we go, ready? And go. Feel the joy of you rolling your shoulders forward, able to do that. And backwards, all the way up and around, as high as you can towards your ears, all the way around. Let's do 10. And stop. Let's do arm circles forward. Big arm circles. 10 forward. Alright, now let's go backwards. Again, just feel the joy of you controlling your body to move through space. All through the power and control of your own determination. Alright, good work everybody. Hands on your hips, bend your knees and side stretch. 5 on each side. Alright, and let's do twists. Again, 5 on each side, feet flat on the floor. Really think about, really enjoy being in this moment, here, right now. The power of your presence. Alright everyone, and let's reach for the ceiling on our toes or reach for the sky, wherever you are. Here we go. Holding it for 10 seconds. Alright, and now reach for your toes, straight knees. Again, feel the joy, the striving. Reaching for your toes, even if you can't touch them yet. Always yet. You get to work on it all the time. Alright, good. And come on back up. Okay, let's work on our balance. Grab one leg and find your balance. Bend the other knee if you have to. Hold it for 10. Pull that leg back. Feel the power of you finding your balance in this moment. Hold it there. And switch to the leg. And bend that knee. Imagine you've got roots growing under your feet, going through the ground. You're immovable. See it in your mind right now. Excellent. All right, and let's.
Yeah. Woo! Let's go.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Clap.
Party rock is in the house tonight.
Oh.
Everybody just have a good
I
time.
can feel it.
And we
Hey.
gon' make you lose your mind.
Yeah.
We just wanna see you.
Shake that.
In the club, party rock. Looking for your girl, she on my jock. Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans tattoo, cause I'm rock. Half black, half white, diamond now. Gang of money, open up.
Yeah, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey,
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Let's go.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Feel it,
And we
baby.
gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you.
Shake that.
Teammate Bravo scores.
Morning, everybody. One of the greatest motivational speakers of our time, Les Brown, had his whole life changed in a moment when his high school teacher gave him this advice.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That's how powerful we are. Our thoughts, our opinions of others affect everything and everyone around us. But it doesn't have to shape your reality. So one of the things we have to always constantly be on guard for is what opinions are we allowing to influence our creation of our reality? Because our reality is just the now, and it's from your thoughts. What are you thinking about yourself? So be careful what opinions you allow into your mind, because they don't have to become your reality. Have a great day, everybody. Morning, everybody.
Hey, it's Darren Mitchell. I am super excited to be presenting at the Real Estate Investor Summit in Calgary, February 15th to 18th. Amazing line of speakers. We've got Michelle Romano from Dragon's Den. We've got Investor Mel and Dave. We got Ken Dunn, Ultimate Fundraiser Guy. Simon, the Condo King. We're going to show you how to get started on your real estate journey or experienced people. We're going to show you vetted deals, and we're going to show you how to invest passively. Buy your tickets for the Real Estate Investor Summit now. You do not want to miss this episode. We're going to talk about one of the coolest parts of the Nelson Nash book, Becoming Your Own Banker. Page 48 and 49 refers to expanding your system to accommodate all income. We're going to expand our infinite banking system to accommodate all of our income. It's really cool. Let's start. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Control and Compound. I'm your host, Darren Mitchell, and joining me is Christina Wyatt. Christina, how are you doing today?
Hi, Darren. I'm doing great. Excited to go through another chapter of Nelson Nash. This one is definitely it's a good one. It's a thinker, right? Can we do this?
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. This is I've taken some twists and turns through the years on my opinion of this, but yeah, pretty excited about it.
So before we get started, though, I do want to remind everybody, if you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, make sure you subscribe and leave that 5-star review. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you always know when new content is coming out. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Control and Compound on Instagram and TikTok.
So we're referring to the Becoming Your Own Banker book by Nelson Nash. And I remember the first time I read it years ago. And I was like, this is cool. This is so awesome. This is amazing. And then I got to this part and I was like, right. He went a little too far now. This is now getting into crazy town. And then, the next time I read it, I was like, well, I mean, that's, and then through the years and it took me a long time to really grasp what Nelson meant by this. So I'll read you the line, because this is a line that shook me. Page 40 of the Nelson Nash book. Premiums and income should match. Let's start with a very basic fact. Doesn't all your money go through someone else's bank? And of course the answer is yes. Your paycheck every week or 2 weeks goes into someone else's bank. Grandma's Christmas money when you're a kid, bonuses, commissions, they all flow into someone else's bank. So let me ask you a question, Christina. Do you think the president of BMO, the CEO, top guy, the top dog of BMO, deposits money into the Royal Bank?
I'm going to go with no. I can't imagine why he wouldn't use his own bank, right? Why wouldn't he use his own bank?
Yeah, exactly. Why wouldn't he just put it in the bank that he, is the CEO of? And yet we do that every single day, right? We have banks, right? We have these cash value life insurance policies that we use to become our own banker. And what do? We deposit money into banks left and right.
Yeah, it's hard to picture though, but in reality, like you said, we do it every day with a regular bank account. So why couldn't we just take that concept with our policies and have them be our bank? So it flows through there first. It hits that account first. Now, a question that people might think, is, well, will the insurance companies even allow this? Can we do this? Can we set it up so that all of our income is flowing through these policies? And I thought about that too, going back and looking at, previous policies and stuff. And the answer is yes. Like we definitely could. There's no reason why we couldn't, right? Especially if we set ourselves up for success in the early years. We use term policies for conversions. We put a strategy in place that we know that this is the goal and what we want to achieve, and you can definitely do it. So yes, I believe that we could, and you can set this up, even though it sounds like a pretty big idea. So talking about this though, it's kind of confusing when you think of it, like how is this all going to work? And Darren, I know that you're really good at explaining things. So could you kind of break it down how this would work? How we'd be able to set this up, or why would we want to set this up at all?
Yeah, I mean, you're bang on. Like, you're not going to be able to set this up day one. This would be like many, many years of you planning to do this. And, this is coming from a guy that has 9 of these policies, putting significant amounts of money in, because every one I bought was like, well, this probably will be enough. I probably won't need any more after that. And then it was more and more. And then, I stopped saying that after my 6th or 7th policy. I was like, maybe this won't be the last one. Of course, I want another one. If you have extra money, you got to park it somewhere. So I'm going to give an example, and it's just going to be a big picture example. Don't beat me up on the numbers. I'm not going to get into taxes. I'm not going to get into you can only borrow 90% instead of 100%. Just conceptually, I want to help people understand really what we're talking about. So I want to start with an existing policy, and let's say there's $100,000 of cash value in that policy. And there's an existing loan of $20,000. So the way I want you to picture this is, remember mom and dad's fridge when you grew up, or grandma and grandpa's fridge? The old fridges that lasted forever and didn't break down. You had a little freezer on the top, okay? And then you had the fridge on the bottom. Simple, great fridge. So picture that fridge with fridge and freezer unit. The freezer, the top part, the small part, is the $20,000 policy loan, and the fridge is the $80,000. So together, that's $100,000 cash value. So this couple, we're going to assume this family has $10,000 a month in expenses, and they have $15,000 a month in income. And they're going to flow all of their income and all their expenses through the policy. So how would that work? So let's start with the expenses. Okay, so you've got $10,000 of expenses. First thing you're going to do is you're going to borrow against that cash value to pay all your monthly expenses. So if you go back to the fridge now, instead of 20 on the freezer and 80 on the fridge, cash value at the bottom, loan at the top, now we're going to have $30,000 on the freezer compartment and $70,000 at the bottom. So you have less access to cash now because we borrowed against it. Remember, you still have the same cash value. Your cash value remains the same whether you have a loan or not, but your available cash is now 70 instead of 80, and your loan is 30.
Hug Ernie this time. Bend the other knee if you have to. Big hug. And find that balance again. Hold it for 10 seconds. Lose your balance, you get it right back. Feel your mind controlling your body. Feel you controlling your mind right now. And switch to the other side. Find that balance, bend that other knee, and bring that leg up all the way up. Excellent, everyone. Let's do 5 push-ups together. Here we go. That's 5 push-ups. If you got to keep your knees down, go ahead. Whatever you do your best. 5 sit-ups. What a moment. All right, and let's do 5 squats. Our best 5 squats. Here we go. Flat on the floor, looking straight ahead, bending the knees all the way down, all the way up. All right, let's do lunges now. 3 on each side. Best lunges. Keep that back straight if we can, looking straight ahead. Excellent. All right, let's do 10-second plank. Belly's knees off the ground. Always thinking about our breath. Bringing ourselves back to our presence, our breathing. sit down and reach for our toes, everybody. Here we go. Ready? Straight knees or reaching for your toes. Do the best we can. Always working on motivating our minds. Because we know our bodies will follow. And V shape with our legs, reaching for the floor as far away from our body as we can. Holding it there. And reach for one side, hold it there. Again, feel the joy of reaching, striving, doing your best. Even if you aren't able to reach where you want to be yet. And switch to the other side. Feel the power of you winning right now. Control of your mind. Alright, and let's put our feet together and gently push our knees down with our elbows. Here we go. Hold it there for 10. Feel the power of infinite intelligence in you, me, and all of us right now. Okay, one leg forward, one leg back. Go as far back as you can. Keep that knee on the ground. Put that knee down. Make sure you're not hurting yourself. You should just feel a pull, not any pain. Okay, and switch to the other side. Our belly and push the ground or the floor and look up at the ceiling or the sky, wherever we are. Here we go. Cobra stretch. Hold it there for 10. Feel the power of your being right here, right now. Okay, and legs crossed again. Back straight. Eyes closed. Breathing in through our noses and out through our mouths. Here we go. Going into the future, into our imagination right now. Seeing what we want to do our best on today when that music goes on. For me, I'm going to be working on 2 exercises. One is lunges, as many lunges as I can do within the first song. Second song, as many sit-ups as I can do until that song's over. So what about you? See it in your mind right now. You can play 2 of your own songs. You can listen to the songs I have. But choose your own exercises. If you don't like the ones I'm doing, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, whatever you want to do, whatever movement you want to do safely and effectively, see it in your mind right now before you bring it out into the world. You've got determination. You were born to win. To bring out all your visions, all your positive visions of yourself, of people, of the world. The way we do our best on these exercises when that music goes on is an expression, a reflection of the way we do our best at everything. Gym of life. Here we go, determination, lunges for me. You can follow if you want, or you can do whatever it is you want to do, your squats, sit-ups, dance movement, jumping jacks, whatever exercise you want to do. Here I go, ready? All the time, trying to maintain good technique, good form. Best we can, always. Just feeling the joy, moving our bodies, doing our our best. That's winning. We were born to do that. No matter what. It's like put the arms up too instead of just forward to the side. Change it up. Whatever you're doing right now, keep going. Remember your breathing. Don't forget your breathing. I love it. This is the best. This moment is the best. Wherever you are, wherever you go, you get to always work on being your best at whatever you're doing. And that starts with our determination, controlling our mind, no matter what. No matter how tired, how much discomfort we feel, we have the power to choose.
So Liz Mobile just sent me this solar wireless battery pack.
Getting rid of that commercial for a second.
that.
Are you ready to bubble? Bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 bubbling, dance all night, we go dance all night. Yo, are you ready to bubble? Dance all night, we go dance all night. Ha ha, me want to see ya. Dance all night, we go dance all night. Dance all, dance all, dance all, dance. All right, y'all. Are you ready to bubble? Bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, little bubble, bubble, bubbling, bubbling, everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, everybody bubble, bubble, bubbling, 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 everybody bubbling, little bubble, bubbling, yo. Bubbly, 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 bum, 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 bubbly, 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 bum, bubble, bubble, bubble. All right, make way when you see me pass through, and they come with me too. You don't know what to do. Drinks up, hands up, everything in the air. Everybody done young, there's a party over here. That's right, we drink just bubbling. Watch how we wine while the DJ juggling. He got the whole dance floor just bubbling. Champagne bottle just popping. We going on, I guess, and we not stopping. Let's party hard tonight. So going non-stop until the sunlight. We going non-stop until the sunlight. The club done full, only woman inside. It's a good night to get we head tight. It's a good night to get we head tight. Couple up this party going for a fight. Drink drinks, we don't care, we go down.
Still open here. Sevilla. Messi 2-0.
Morning, everybody. In our top 10 rules for success today, Les Brown gives us his advice that we have to stand up to ourselves. So stand up to yourself. Stand up to that inner voice that's always going to be there when you chase your dreams, when you go after your happiness, your freedom, your success, your health, in whatever form you desire. You have to stand up to that voice inside your head every single day that says, you can't do this. Who do you think you are? What will people think of you? All these thoughts, all these negative thoughts, and I'm doing it every day, battling it every day. Every time a negative thought comes in, I'm shutting it down. I'm choosing a positive thought and replacing it. It's that standing up to yourself, the older, smaller you, The new greater you has to be stronger and more determined. You have to do that every single day. And Les Brown reminds us of that. Have a great day, everyone.
But then you get paid, and we're going to assume a monthly income here. You get paid this $15,000, and you deposit the full $15,000 or the entire paycheck into the policy. Well, what happens to our little fridge analogy now? Well, now the freezer part, we were 30 and we just put in 15. The loan was 30, we put in 15. Now we have a $15,000 loan and an $85,000 cash value at the bottom. Okay, so our loans got smaller. We do the same thing the next month. Pretty soon we're going to have a $10,000. The next month we have a $10,000 loan and a $90,000 cash value. And then say we have a horrendous month. We only make $6,000 that year or that month. No problem. We can borrow from a cash value. We have set up a banking system that we can access. Or what happens if we make $20,000 that month? Where are we going to put that extra money? We're going to put it in our own bank instead of someone else's. So we put that in. So you're going to reach a point fairly quickly for a lot of people where now this policy is full. And it's like, oh, well, I don't have an outstanding loan to pay off. I've already maxed out the amount of premiums that can go into this policy. I have an extra $5,000 a month now. What do I do with that extra $5,000 a month, Christina?
Well, that would be when we start the new policy, right? We're all maxed out, and our goal is to max these out. So you've hit your goal. Now you're moving on to your next one. And who stops once they finish that first goal? No one, right? You continue on. You set up that next policy.
Exactly. So Christina, say we start a new policy at $5,000 a month. Like, what have we done with that? What does that do?
Well, we've expanded the system, right? We've expanded the system to accommodate more money. So we've started the new policy. Now, it's not all of it. We don't have all of our income going in there just yet, but we're one step closer to having all of our income flow through that policy first. And at the end of the day, that's the goal, right? Like our bank, this is our bank. If we have it, the money flow through here first, then go out to where it needs to go and come back, we've really created something more. It's not just like our money flowing through our regular bank account. At the end of the day, what's left? Nothing, right? Well, at the end of the day with this one, we now have a high cash value policy that we can have access to in retirement. All tax-free. We've got that tax-free growth that's been happening behind the scenes this entire time. We've got a death benefit for our family, either early years if something were to happen, heaven forbid, and our families needed it, or later years, we've created a massive estate value as well, right? So and we always say it, right? We're just making our bank account better. And the reason we'd want more is because as our income grows, as we need to finance new things, we need to do new things, we need to start these new accounts to accommodate that growth in income and to accommodate our banking needs. Just like if, we'd have to increase limits. It's the same kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it reminds me, oftentimes we're meeting new clients and they're like, 10 years away from retirement, which is, a great time to start a policy. But they're like, well, I'm just going to contribute for the 10 years. And we're like, okay, but let's give you the option to continue to contribute. We'll just put that down that you have the option. And they're like, well, okay, but I'm not going to need it. And then sure enough, 10 years from now, even if they're retired, do they still get money that comes in every month? Do they still have to put it somewhere? And the policy is so efficient at that point. Would you rather put it in your own bank that's super efficient, growing tax-free, does all those things Christina just mentioned? Or would you rather park it in, your local bank earning 0% interest, just sitting there? So again, people continue to contribute these past what they think they will. But let's go back to that $5,000 policy. So I ran an illustration on a 40-year-old and said, okay, so let's say added one more policy, right? And, again, people have 8, 10, 12, 20 policies. Nelson had, I think, 46 at one point. So as you add policies, it's going to grow your system. But what does that do long-term for you? So on a $5,000 a month policy and a 40-year-old, let's say in year 10, an amazing opportunity comes along. The stock market crashes 40%, real estate drops 35%, Bitcoin has a dip, your neighbors died and they're selling the house for a song. I don't care what the amazing opportunity is. The deal of a lifetime happens. Well, that policy, you're going to have somewhere between $650,000 and $750,000 of cash value by year 10. So now you have a perfect place to access that money to go take advantage of this opportunity. Or let's say a financial emergency happens. Let's say you're devastated financially, or you have a stroke or a heart attack and you can't work for the next year. What are you going to do? Well, you've got $650,000, $750,000 of cash value to access. So you're in a much safer place than.
I really like the build. It's got handprints on the side. It's sharp.
And let's keep going. Keep going. We don't let anything stop us. That's why that song's over. Every moment counts. If you're doing lunges with me right now, I'm proud of you. You're up. Keep going. As it gets harder, we work harder. That's how powerful we are. We have that determination, that choice, that winning choice. Keep going. Song's not over. Your music, that stuff inside you, for me it's determination, and I know we got it all in all of us. So I use it every day. Let's go. You're using it now. Keep going. Music's still playing. Our music's still going. All right, next song. Proud of my effort. Proud of you. If you haven't given up, keep going. All right, sit up for me. Here we go. Always control your breathing. Bring it back to that. See, the fact that you can still control your breathing, even when your body wants to breathe faster, that's more proof of your determination. You got it in you all the time, no matter what. You can apply this, you can use this energy, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. The way you talk, the way you behave, the way you read, write, the way you're kind and loving, use determination. Use your power to be positive and never give up. Just like we're doing right now, on these exercises, on these sit-ups. We're not giving up, no matter how hard it's getting. See, we know the truth. If we do what is easy, we give up. Our life will be hard. But if we do what is hard, we never give up. Our life will be easy. So we gotta remember that all the time. That's the power of our determination. Controlling our mind. Motivating the mind so the body will follow. Keep going, determination. I'm so proud of you wherever you are. Just because you are who you are. Striving to be better all the time. You are infinite intelligence. We are double I. Infinitely intelligent. Powerful beyond measure. We don't choose to lose. We determine and win. Still with me? Keep going. I love you. So proud of you. Keep going. Even if you stop. Get back up at it again. Keep going. This is the way you're gonna live. Even if you stop, even if you get tired, even if you make mistakes, you're gonna learn. You're gonna get information. And you're gonna eventually win. How powerful you are. That's why I love you and all of us. No matter what. Oh, long song. That's okay. That's good. Love it. Keep going. Our body will rest and recover. Almost there. Keep going, everybody. Keep going. Oh, well done. So proud of you.
Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo para dar la alegría cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena.
Mascherano winning the initial header. Up goes Rakitic. And now Messi!
The way they do. Guys, today I want to share with you a story from Les Brown once again, and it's an amazing analogy he uses when describing our mind being a garden. And he gives the example of weeds and how they are representative of our negative thoughts. And he says in a humorous sort of way how we don't need to water, we don't need to take care of, we don't need to nurture, we don't need to plan, organize weeds. The growth of weeds, they're going to happen anywhere. They'll grow out of the cracks of sidewalks. And when I heard that example, I was laughing because I thought it's so true. Weeds are like negative thoughts in our minds. And we have to, if we don't do anything about what's going on in our head in terms of controlling our thoughts, those weeds, those negative thoughts will grow wild and rampant and take over our minds. So as we live, laugh, and love our way to infinite mind wealth, we have to remember the analogy of the weeds. The weeds will grow no matter what. They'll be there. They're the default. So we have to control it. Have a great day.
Then we fast forward. Well, what's this cash value going to be like when you're in your retirement years? You could borrow from this somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000 a month by age 70. So at age 70, if you wanted to take a tax-free retirement income, you could get somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000 per month. So that's $240 to $360 a year on this $5,000 a month policy, assuming it was paid from 40 to 60. So ability to add an additional policy increases your safety, increases your opportunities, increases your chances of being able to borrow, multiply your dollars, and make way more money doing something else. It creates a legacy for your family. It allows them to keep the business or the rental properties because of the estate benefit, estate equalization, and a boatload of tax-free retirement for you. So, it's not just, oh, I'm adding another policy. What can that additional policy do for you in the long term? And it's a lot.
Yeah, and I think adding the policies as well, kind of, you can dip your feet in without going all the way in, right? So another great example that Nelson gives is, using it for specific things, which I think is really helpful to people. We talk a lot about, your savings growing and more income coming in and stuff, but maybe people are thinking, well, I'm not saving a lot right now. I'm putting everything into my business. I'm putting everything into this or that, something else. I can't put it into the policy first. But the beauty behind this is you can do both. So as a real life example, I know it makes more sense when you use real life examples. Think of a farmer. So if you're working with a farmer and they say, yeah, this is great, but all of my money goes into purchasing my animals, my feed, all that at the beginning of the year. And then all my cash comes in at the end of the year. And then I kind of do it all over again. Well, wouldn't it make more sense to take that cash before we go and purchase the animals? We put it through the policy first. The farm puts it through the policy first. Then they go do that purchase, just like they would if they were doing a regular bank. It hit the bank first, then they'd go do the purchase. And then at the time of the sale, their higher peak season when they're making all their income, they turn around, they pay it off, rinse and repeat, do it all again. So they've picked a large expense that's going through the business anyways, and now they're flowing it through that way. So it gives you the ability to create a policy or maybe start a policy when you might not have thought you could have, right? Because there's lots of expenses like that are out there where we're keeping that money inside the bank account because we know we need it and it's doing absolutely nothing for us, right? It's just sitting there waiting for that next expense that we need to pay.
Oh, Christina, I absolutely love farmers. But let's look at business owners too. Business owners are another example. Farm seasonal, sure, everyone gets that. They sell the crops in the fall. They get their money, they fund their policies, and they start taking loans out in the summer to fund up buying their crops or the animals, whatever they're doing, whatever kind of farm they are. But every business is seasonal. I mean, your retail stores, they're busy at Christmas. Your construction companies are busy in the summer. Even our business, Christina, like we have busy times of the year and slow times of the year. People don't really want to talk about their finances in the middle of August, but they really want to talk about them in the fall and the spring and January. So every business is seasonal. So you think of it from a business owner's perspective. They tend to be sitting on a bunch of cash because they're worried about those the winter's coming, right? They're worried about the winter coming. They're worried about those down times, and they're just sitting on cash. So what are they looking for? Why don't they invest that money? Well, business owners need liquidity, use, and control of their money. They don't want to put it in the stock market, and the stock market drops 40%, and then when they need money in a bad quarter, access it down 40%. So they end up sitting in cash. And businesses will sit in, cash balance. Like lots of businesses will have 6 figures or more, or 7 figures for some businesses, sitting in cash for those, emergencies and opportunities. Well, picture that sitting in cash for a 15, 20-year period. You take our $5,000 a month policy and just multiply that by many, many times over. Think if those cash balances were sitting inside policies, high cash value policies as part of the infinite banking concept. That business would grow significant wealth inside those policies, tax-free growth. When they needed the money, they could access them. When the market crashed, when all this happened, they could access them. Or when does the bank want to loan you money? When you don't need it. When do you want to borrow money? When you need it. No financials given. You're not asking the bank for money. You're borrowing from your own bank. So it does an incredible amount to set the business up for success, and then the business owner for a tax-free retirement and incredible legacy planning. It's just an incredible product for business owners and real estate people, farmers, you name it. And Christina, we keep talking about it, but what's the biggest expense for most people? Hint, it's also the number one wealth destroyer. What's the biggest expense for most people and businesses?
Taxes.
Tax.
Always taxes.
Yeah.
So tax is a great one, eh? Why wouldn't you? You've got to hold on to that money, make those installments anyways. Wouldn't it make more sense to run them through the policy first, turn around and pull it out and pay that tax bill? And a lot of business owners are doing this, right? They're doing it anyways. So why not make it more efficient, which is what we talk about all the time. If you could be more efficient when it comes to paying taxes, would you want to be? Absolutely. And this is one way to be able to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not going to work for everybody on the taxes. People that are T4 employees and have to pay their taxes on their paycheck, great. We understand that. But a lot of business owners pay quarterly installments, and to flow that money through a policy and then borrow it back out, it's just money in, money out. But you look at the long-term effect on the compound curve, where that's going to put you 20 years down the road. Maybe it's just an additional $5,000 a month policy. Well, wow, we already saw what kind of impact that would have. So, to wrap up here, remember the name of Nelson's book, right? It's Becoming Your Own Banker. It's not buy one insurance product and then you're done, right? It's a process. You're going to go through this. So I encourage all of you to incorporate more policies into it. And I encourage you, if you're going to get into this multiple policies, you're really going to be careful to make sure you're dealing with someone who's an expert at this, like one of our wealth coaches. There's others too, but This is where to get approvals from the insurance companies to be able to set it up, to get approvals to be able to put it in, be able to structure it, to be able to track those loans, to be able to keep people, just aware of what's going on all the time with their policies. Because if you start having multiple policies, money flowing in and flowing out, you got to deal with an expert. So I encourage you to talk to one of our wealth coaches to learn more about how to expand your system to accommodate more money. Maybe eventually a nice goal of all your money, but at least more money for now. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening to this podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, please leave us a 5-star review and subscribe. And if you want more information, check out our website, controllandcompound.com, and you can sign up for an education session with one of our wealth coaches.
Feel that? Feel that power, that oneness of us controlling our breathing and our minds? Right here, right now, no matter how hard our movements, exercises were today, no matter how much our body tried to take control of our minds, feel that? That's you. The real you. That's our consciousness. Our being awake fully. To control our minds. To control our breathing. To control our bodies. To control our lives. It's all possible through the power of you being present, staying in the now, right here. There is no past and future right now. There is only the present, the gift that is you. The being that is you, which makes everything else possible. See, right here, right now, is just pure presence, pure happiness, pure winning, pure essence, pure determination of who and what we really are. With this power, this peace, right here in this moment right now, we can always have all the mind health, and even greater, the mind wealth we were built for. I love your determination. Great work today. I'm so proud of you. Wherever you are, take the power of this time we had together, apply it to everything in your life. Doesn't matter whether we're in school, at work, wherever we are. The gym of life never ends. And life is the greatest teacher. That's why I love you and everything and all the infinite intelligence around us. It's life. It's always here. You're always learning, always growing. I love your determination. Have a great day, week, and life always. Until next time.